Fiesta? Is this a Fiesta?
Fiesta.
Okay.
Fiesta.
Carreta, okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
What barangay is this?
Fiesta.
Huh?
Fiesta.
Fiesta. What is the name of the?
San Teresa's.
Okay. What is the name of the barangay?
Tejero.
Huh?
Barangay Tejero.
Tejero.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the Philippines. I'm going to cover in this video a little bit about domestic travel. If you watched my last video, you understand that it is official. The Philippines is open to everybody, and foreign tourists, expats, unvaccinated or vaccinated. The unvaccinated need to have an antigen test, negative antigen test 24 hours before they leave on their flight, or they can get it done. If they don't do that, they can get an antigen test here in the Philippines. If it is positive, then you will have to go through a quarantine. I believe at the present time it's 5-day quarantine. 5th day you would be tested. If it's negative, you're allowed to go travel. What could possibly go wrong with this situation? You always think ahead. If you look ill when you arrive, they could insist that here or any country, I think, they might insist that you undergo another test. I'll talk a little bit later about domestic travel, and what I've been hearing about domestic travel are the restrictions. Once you get into the Philippines, traveling to other islands, get into that a little bit later. But basically, we're in the Philippines. Southeast Asia is going in. In fact, they're well into the high season when great numbers, millions of tourists should be coming here. It's not going to happen. They're going to third year in a row. They're going to lose millions of tourists because they waited so long to open up. Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy.
Another one of the stray dogs on the street seemed to be a friendly one, but you never know. There are dogs that look friendly, and then if you try to approach them, they get aggressive. They bark. They might nip at you. Animal bites are one of the biggest things they treat in hospitals here, so just stay away from dogs unless you really know them. I'm going to talk a little bit about inflation, just a little bit about the rent issues and those kind of things on this rather short video as well. This is a walk I've taken. I've been walking quite a ways this particular day, and I'm walking back this is Mango Avenue. Official name is General Maximum Avenue, but I think they changed it back around the World War II time. But it's still, on many maps, it's still called Mango Avenue. And as we go down this way, there's Mango Square. It used to be a big entertainment district, not so much anymore. They've closed down a lot of the bars. Bars have spread out a little bit. But anyway, let me talk just a little bit about domestic travel. I went a couple months ago, I went with some Filipino friends, JR of JRC Visa Consultancy, went with him and, let's see, 2-3 others over to Dumaguete, and he had told me beforehand that no requirements, no QR codes, no vaccine cards, none of that were required to go there, to travel on ferry and check into hotels over there, and that was my experience. I've had a friend recently that went to Boracay, one of the top beaches, if not one of the I think it was rated recently as the top beach in the world. Boracay, the Philippines, huge white beach. He went over there and he said the flight
DOTRDPWH.
The flight going over and back and checking into hotels, resorts. He was never asked for vaccine card, QR codes, negative tests, any of that sort of thing. So that is good news. So you're able to travel without a lot of hassles along the way. And I think mask mandates, a few weeks ago, the president declared that masks were voluntary, indoors as well as outdoors. And I'll tell you a little more about my experience there here. But first, he also went, him and his wife, gave that guy some money. I do a little bit of charity off and on. It just depends upon the situation. He definitely gave him 100 or 200 pesos. That's enough for a fair amount of a number of days worth of rice, something. Hopefully he doesn't spend it on alcohol. But my friends, they went to Bohol also, which in the past, my understanding was they were rather strict about asking for QR codes and hotel reservations and vaccine cards. And I heard that he said that he didn't have any of those issues. Nobody asked him for anything over there. And a friend of mine, a subscriber I met from Leyte, a few weeks ago, he said they'd stopped doing that on ferries going over to Leyte as well. There could still be destinations that are asking for those sorts of things, but hopefully that'll stop very, very quickly. This condominium I'm coming up to here is, I believe it's still owned by Crown Regency, and there's some issues.
City Loft 1 condominiums. Nobody living there yet.
Apparently they do not have the proper permits to allow people to move in. So if people have purchased condominiums there, I think I did a video in there, but I haven't put it up yet.
Hello.
Rat running along the fence over there. So not quite sure. It might be a titling issue. Somebody told me it was a titling issue, that somebody claimed to have a title to part of the property they built on. So that could be a long legal issue. And as far as the masks go, I went into Ayala Mall a couple days ago, and yesterday S&R, like a Costco. And both times I asked the security, is are masks required in here? And both times they smiled very politely, said, "Sir, it's up to you whether you wear a mask or not." And I would say,
Pick you up close to Ayala.
I would say 80% of the people in Ayala Mall were wearing masks, while probably 90% of the people in the S&R store were wearing them. And it's I've asked a number of clerks in the store, and they weren't aware that it was now voluntary. Now I'm going to talk to these couple of people up here.
Hello.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's called Amazing Philippines.
Oh,
Say hello to the world.
Hi. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's called Amazing Philippines.
I'm going to watch it later.
Okay, maybe in a few days. Okay, thanks. All right.
Now about inflation, I'm going to do a inflation and the cost of living. I'm going to do a video real soon on those issues. But inflation is a personal thing. I have been surprised, but not really. You know, with the cost of fuel, the cost of transportation, all those factors. I understand that prices were going to go up. And my observation, and I check a lot of prices, is that prices are up 20 to 30%, many of the items that I purchase, which are oftentimes many imported items, which oftentimes have a higher import customs tax as well. On the other hand, many of the rents remain low, 20 to 30% lower than where they were pre-pandemic, and I'll get into that in another video as well. Dental equipment for sale. If you're thinking of coming here and open up a dental office, hey, I've been to enough dentists. Maybe watch a few YouTube videos. Get a good set of pliers, a hammer and chisel.
Go.
Anyway, all kinds of opportunities here. I have received a number of emails and messages stating many of you are planning, have already bought tickets November, December to come to the Philippines.
Say hello to the world.
So safe travels to all of you. I'll be doing a video soon about what should you bring to the Philippines. Update of one I did many years ago. And anyway, got a restaurant up here. Backing
You're
out,
going back? Hey.
backing out into traffic is something very common here. Lighthouse.
Called Lighthouse Restaurant. I think they have one still at Gaisano Country Mall.
So thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll all be able to travel freely again, just back in like the good old days. See ya.